in a few days at the Shanghai Diamond League in China. Jamaica's Kishane Thompson is slated to formally open the 100-meter segment of its 2025 season. With over 4 million Jamaicans globally anticipating him winning at World Championships, is Kishane Thompson under pressure? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to grow. You dare hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. You drop a video each once a day on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. And finally, leave your thoughts. On ready? Yep, good to go. Well, first up, let me just make a formal apology to the persons who come here regularly and to my subscribers. The truth is, I've been under some pressure for about 6 or 7 months. And I realized last night that I have not been responding to your comments, which is something that I normally do. So I'm going to make a concerted effort to respond to, if not all, as many of your comments as is humanly possible. I really appreciate of you taking the time out to not only watch the videos, but leave the comments. Also, make any suggestions about any particular thing in Jamaican track and field you'd like me to talk about. Anyway, let's get into it. On Saturday, May the 3rd, the Shanghai Diamond League, taking place in China, is slated to happen. And many of the Jamaicans who participated in the Xiamen Diamond League, which is also in China, will also be competing there alongside some new additions. Now, to round up the Xiamen Diamond League, we had 2 major wins, one including the remarkable and I think underrated, Daniel Williams. Williams won the women's 100 meters hurdles in a time of 12.53, a new season's best.
The American building momentum. Can she carry it through? She can't. What a win from Danielle Williams.
Now at the Shanghai Diamond League, several Jamaicans are slated, in addition to who had ran before. Orlando Bennett has been added to the roster alongside Hansel Parchment and none other than the bronze medalist from the Paris Olympic Games in the men's 110 meters hurdles, Rashid Broadbell. This will be Bennett and Broadbell's first 110 meter hurdles event for the 2025 season. Hansel Parchment did compete last week, in Xiamen. So 3 Jamaicans are slated to run in Shanghai: Orlando Bennett, Hansel Parchment, and Rashid Broadbell. In the men's 100 meters, Rohan Watson is joined by Kishane Thompson. This, of course, will be in the men's 100 meters, as I stated. Last week, we didn't do that well, meaning in Xiamen. The sole Jamaican who ran in that event, Rohan Watson, came 9th in a time of 10.31, a season's best.
Doing very well indeed is Coleman. Now Simbini. Simbini turns on the afterburners. Simbini gets...
In the women's shot put, Jamaica's Daniel Thomas Dodd will be featured, and Natoya Gould will also be in the women's 800 meters. Now, Danielle Williams, of course, will be competing again in the Shanghai Diamond League. Joining her, well, she's the only Jamaican there. And the winner of the triple jump in Xiamen, Jamaica's Jordan Scott, will also be performing at the Shanghai Diamond League in that event. Wayne Pinnock and Tasha Gale also did the long jump in Xiamen last weekend, and they of course will also be competing in the men's long jump in this weekend's May the 3rd, Saturday, Shanghai Diamond League. The logic being, of course, most of these athletes were there for the previous event in China. China is not exactly down the road, but I think that we want to focus on Kishane Thompson because this will be his first official 100-meter race for the 2025 season. Now, we did see Matt Miramar Invitational running the anchor leg of the 4x100 meters, but that's a little different.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Now, last year at the Paris Olympic Games, the person who I think brought the most joy to Jamaicans and the most heartache almost simultaneously was young Kishane Thompson, then 22 years of age, becoming the first Jamaican since 2017 to podium on a global stage. Now, we had Oblique Seville come close on several occasions, but Kishane was the very first to walk away with a global medal, this time at the Paris Olympic Games in the men's 100 meters, where he won silver behind the American Noah Lyles. The heartbreak of it, of course, was that he lost. But looking at it, they were dead even. But, you know, we are in the age of technology. And he won by like 0.0, I don't even remember. It was just insane. He barely lost. So Jamaicans were elated and at the same time heartbroken. But what he also did was the anticipation of Jamaicans for the 2025 World Championships men's 100 meters went through the roof. Kishane Thompson himself dissected his performance in the 100 meters. And I'm going to play the entire interview. It's pretty long, but please be patient. Listen to his dissection, and then we'll get into why I think Kishane Thompson is under pressure. And you can tell me if you agree with me. And then let's talk.
I feel privileged to be standing by Kishane Thompson. He is the silver medalist at the Olympic Games. First of all, Kishane, amazing accomplishment. First Olympic Games, first major global championship, 9.79 seconds. Thousands of a second separated you from the gold medal. I think you should feel absolutely proud of your performance. Talk to me about the emotions you're feeling right now.
Honestly, I'm glad I finished injury-free, honestly. In terms of my performance, I'm not being hype or anything, but I know what I'm capable of, and I'm not really satisfied with it. I'm alright. For the most part, as I said, I finished injury-free. I should have been more patient with myself, but it's not really an excuse. It's my first Olympics. I'm growing and learning. I got a lot more to understand with my body, my mind, my spirit, and so forth.
I'm going to ask you a little bit more of the technical questions, Kishane. But right now, Mitchelltown, I don't know if you know, there's a watch party going on, and I'm sure everybody is knocking paws, jumping, excited, proud of your accomplishments today. Talk to the people back in Mitchelltown, in your hometown, your mother, whoever else, all your loved ones watching. Just say a few words for them.
My side, Egypt. One love, respect. I appreciate it all the time. This one is on me. Next time, for sure, it's gonna be way better, and it's gonna keep getting better. You know? But thank you all the time.
Yeah, you know, Kishane, I don't want you to leave yet because you are admitting that you're not satisfied with the performance. But at the same time, I think you can reflect on it very well because it's your first Olympic Games, and if you look back at it, Kishane, you are literally right there. And not many people do as well as you just did. It's an amazing accomplishment. I mean, if you reflect on that, tell me how you feel about that. Just thinking about it. I know you're disappointed, but at the same time, what you just achieved, not many people achieve that.
No disrespect to anyone, but I myself, other persons are themselves. I can't really look at a person and say, hey, they did that, or I have to just compare myself with myself. Because today, as I get no offense to anyone, but I defeated myself. You know, for example, I didn't even PB. So if I had PB, probably I'd say that. But today, I should have been a bit more patient with myself. But it's a great experience. I love it. I enjoy every moment of it. And you know, I'm just gonna build on it and just move forward.
When you say you should have been more patient with yourself, explain that for the viewers, the casual viewers who don't know what that means.
In terms of my execution, it felt as if I wasn't patient for the line. I did not trust myself. I didn't trust myself and my speed enough to it bring me for it to bring me to the line at the right time, in the right position. You know, I was rushing it. At one point, I felt myself tighten up a bit and started to decelerate, and my striding kind of cut. You know, but as I said, I know some of my mistakes. I'm going to look back, go back to the drawing board, work on every aspect that I can, and just keep on bettering my best. Thank you.
Anybody else you want to say anything to your twin brother, your mother, who else, any other loved one?
Honestly, it's a lot of people. I just want to shout out to everyone that you know that supports me. I can't really say everyone because it's going to take a long while. But I love you all who supported me. Thank you so much.
Amazing, Kishane. Congratulations. All the best moving forward. Oblique, also a finalist.
Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. First up, Noah Lyles. Big respect. Now, I know that was a little lengthy, but I really wanted you to listen to the state of mind of Kishane Thompson when he finished that race in Paris last year. Now, we've seen him start well as we anticipated for the 2025 season. He's been pretty much winning everything he has been in. He opened with this 60-meter dash at the GC Foster College. This was his first race for 2025. That his first race was a new personal best in the 60-meter outdoors, yes, of 6.48. And then we saw him win indoors in his first overseas event, also in the 60-meter, where he won in 6.56 seconds. Here is that race.
In the world this year in 4. Thompson's got a little bit of work to do here because he's under pressure from Kemp. Now he's coming across the line. Good run towards.
Now, we had a tiny heart attack, the entire population of Jamaica, which is estimated by Google to be something like 2.83 million living in Jamaica and 1.3 million living overseas. Because at the end of that race that you just saw, he looked to have been injured, and then he was slated to run at the World Indoors, where he would have had a great chance of walking away with the title. And his management and MVP pulled him from that event because of injury fears. Now, Kishane Thompson has had injury issues. But we know that technically he's the fastest man in the world for the last 2 years, by far. Now, I know they say Noah Lyles is the fastest, but I'm not talking about titles. I'm talking about facts. 9.77, he's the fastest human being we have seen in the last 2 years. We have not seen anyone run that, well, certainly last year, we have not seen anyone run faster than that, certainly in 2024. And it is evident that this young man who just turned 23 is very, very young, has immense talent. But there are a few people he will have to get by if he wants to win the World Championship title this year. First and foremost would be this young man, Noah Lyles. I think Lestil Tebogo is just getting faster and faster. Truly a danger. Then there's Christian Coleman, who you can never count him out. Marcel Jacobs, I just put him in there because it's just the right thing to do. Zarner Hughes, if he's at his best, can be a challenge. Fred Curley, I've always said, if he's mentally in the right place, he's dangerous. This young man, Kenny Benerick, who's just getting better and better over the 100 meters. And then, of course, there is fellow Jamaican, Oblique Seville, who I really think is a perennial threat, and Akeem Blake, who is getting very dangerous. Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. So, is this young man under pressure? And if we're to be honest, if he's a normal human being, he must be. He is literally walking around with the faith, the belief of roughly 4 million Jamaicans. Because I think we all believe, although Oblique Seville, I think, has a legitimate chance of medaling at this year's World Championship and can actually hit the gold because he's really fast also. And I think Akeem Blake is improving. I really do believe that most Jamaicans, and myself to some extent psychologically, subconsciously, we all think that the man of the moment will be this young man. And if he is garnered the experience, because I think I'm going to keep saying it, you're going to keep saying I am rehashing this, but it's the truth. I've said repeatedly that races are won in your head. At this level, they are so close in terms of just raw talent. It's in your head. And what happened to him last year was just lack of experience and that unprecedented 5-minute wait at the beginning of the finals of the Paris Olympic Games that no one has been able to explain to us yet. I am still very suspicious about that. I don't care what anybody say. It just seemed very odd. It was a very strange occurrence. And the fact of the matter is that delay would have biased. It would have made the race better for someone who's far more experienced, like the man who won, Noah Lyles. But whole other argument, and you've heard me say this repeatedly. But without a doubt, at 23, Kishane Thompson is under pressure from the 4 million Jamaicans who anticipate him winning. But I think Kishane Thompson is mostly under pressure from Kishane Thompson. At the end of his Paris Olympic Games, he said something that was actually true. He said, not bigging up my chest or not boasting or something like that, but I can do much better. And the fact is, he really can do much better. We saw him run 9.77 as if he was running at 90%. Kishane Thompson, if he is healthy and he has learned from his previous mistakes and no more strange things occur in the finals of World Championship, he does have a legitimate chance of walking away with that title. And I really do think that based on what we've seen thus far, I anticipate him winning in Shanghai, because this is his mentality. It's something I like about him. He likes to win. Reminds me of Usain, reminds me of Shelley. It's just this desire. Julian Alfred, same thing. I must win. And I think we are going to see something nice. I don't think we're going to see any crazy 9.77 time. It would be interesting if we did, because it's 4 months to World Championships. But once he's healthy, I think we all need to take a serious look at what he does at this upcoming race this Saturday coming May the 3rd in Shanghai, China. I think this is going to be interesting, because I really do believe that this is really the beginning. And yeah, he's under pressure. Who wouldn't be? The entire country it's like Julian Alfred is under pressure. The entire country is waiting for her to win. But I think the person that he's most under pressure from is Kishane Thompson. Because let's face it, 9.77, 90%, with people saying it, myself believing also that he could have given us a sub 9.7, which is very rare. I am anxiously waiting to see. So to me, the answer to the question that I posed, no one to ask me, I pose this, is that he's under pressure, but he's really under pressure more, not from us. Yes, we are there, we anticipate, but I think with Kishane Thompson's persona, what I've seen, the pressure is going to be coming from Kishane Thompson. And I hope that as they work on his speed, they work on his state of mind, because that's the only thing that separates him from World Championships. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Don't forget to support the channel. Check out our merch at PUTTINF.com, and consider becoming a member of Peter Lloyd World. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification, and hit the like button. And let me know, do you think he's under pressure? You are royals, kings and queens. Bless us.